All right, I'm looking at another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie, starting with poise. OP maybe, something like that. And then we could do, let's see, we need to have an I, S, or E. Could we do OPE? R? Hoper? Hoper? Sure. Okay, well, one of the P's is a lie, so we know that the green E's are true and the gray E's are true. So if we stick with the P there, then we need an I or an S. Could we do topic? Topic would be good. Okay, well, again, one of the P's is a lie, so the gray I's are true. I mean, I'm beginning to think that maybe there's not going to be a P. If there is the P, then we're here, and then you've got to have an S, so it would have to be SOP something. That's not going to work. So, and whether the P is third or not, if there is a P, we've still got the S. So you could do this, but then the P would have to be there, unless the P is at the beginning and it's the lie all three times. And then you'd end up with this. You wouldn't need to have the, in fact, you couldn't have the S. But I don't like that. I don't think there's going to be a P. I think there's no P, which means there's no S. So if the C is true, then there's got to be a T. Not necessarily there, but we can't do like toxic. The thing is with the C at the end, it gets a little tricky because you've got to have a vowel before it, probably. So you'd have to have AC or UC, and the T wouldn't have to be there. You'd have to have a T. I don't think there's going to be a C at the end. You could have a C somewhere else, but I think that's going to be the lie. We also have an H or an R. Ooh, we could do OCH. The C and the H could both be those. Or CH here. UCH, we could do, couch. Couch is good because the double C gives us a chance for contradictions. Okay, good. So, well, could it be this and a different letter at the beginning? It can't be pouch. Interesting. Is there something else that works like that? I don't know that there is. So, maybe vouch? Is that how you spell vouch? I'll vouch for him? I think it is, actually. Okay, I'll vouch for that being a good guess. Okay, well, we know the O is the lie, so clearly the rest of these are true. So there is a C. Okay. Wow, so maybe the C, but then, wait. Yeah, it has to be COU something H. Cough, of course. I kept thinking ow for the OU, and the ow sound, it's cough. There we go. All right, very interesting. Well, it's funny, we had a C, and I thought maybe there was an H, and so I naturally wanted to put the C and H together, but this is one of the words that has a C and an H not together. So, very cool. All right, well, if this was one of those puzzles that I started with my 2-word media and cough start, it would have been a quick one, but since they give you a starting word, I don't start with those. But still not too much trouble, got it in 5, so let me know how your solve of this puzzle went today, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more.